This morning's live stream I'm going to be talking about Mohamed Salah from flop to the top. So basically in this one, guys, I want to talk about how everyone was saying when Liverpool signed Mohamed Salah, oh, he's a Chelsea flop, rah, 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 you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden, now people are starting to backtrack. If you look at the pundits and people that are in the know in the football world, obviously a lot of people are raving about Mohamed Salah at the moment. I know for one that I was happy anyway that we signed Salah. I knew that he had done well at Roma and I knew that he would be a good signing for us, but I didn't know quite how good he would be. Obviously, guys, I'm doing this live. I cannot see the chat or whatever at the moment, but hopefully towards the end of the video I'll be able to have a quick look at the chat. But if I can't see your comments or whatever, then be sure once the video is fully processed to leave your comments on it. And if you're watching it back, then leave comments on it and I will review my comments later and I will reply to every single one of you because I always do, you know. So, yeah, the main key points to why I wanted to do this video is because I'm getting sick and tired of other fans saying, oh yeah, Salah, like, you know, he was the flop at Chelsea and he's not going to do amazing when he actually gets to Liverpool. Like, when it, put it this way, basically, what people are saying is that he's doing well at the moment, but we'll see the real form out of him later on in his career at Liverpool. Yeah, that was a bit of a mouthful, guys. I apologise about that one. But obviously for me, it's because I'm annoyed about it, you know, because I am seeing a lot of comments, especially on Twitter, on Facebook, of people saying, oh yeah, too many people are raving about him. Oh, the only reason he's winning things like the Player of the Month and stuff is because he's Egyptian and it's his national team and the support from his country that is meaning that he's winning all these awards. But I don't think we can just literally sit there and say that it is purely because of that why Salah's winning the awards. Yes, obviously he's got a massive following. I did say in one of my videos the other day that there was someone that offered him a villa as a prize for how good he's actually doing for his country, and he turned it down. He wanted to give it to a village, like to his hometown, his village. He wanted the money donated to there, which also proves how humble he is and how nice of a person he is, as well as being a quality footballer. But I've got some stats that I want to go over when it actually comes to the way what Salah brings to Liverpool, basically, if you know what I mean. And this is just, say for instance, this is his Premier League stats since he's been at Liverpool. So we bought him for 34 million, which I think is an absolute steal, right? There's add-ons that I don't think anyone knows fully how much the add-ons equate to, but he's going to be Liverpool's most expensive signing so far. But that's obviously without Naby Keita coming in next year. But I mean, up to this date, and I think it was a steal, guys, and this is why. His appearances so far in the Premier League for Liverpool has been 21 appearances. In that time, he scored 6 goals. And out of them 6 goals, he's got 1 with his head and he's got 5 with his left foot. Now, that shows to me that, obviously, we can tell that he's predominantly left-footed. When he's on the pitch, he does look to get on his left a lot when it comes to shooting or setting up players. It's something that I have touched on. This video is about praising Salah, so I don't want to go into it too much. But something that I've touched on with Salah is that I'd like to see him use his right foot a bit more, if you know what I mean. Which I have noticed lately that he is trying to do that. So, hopefully he's working on that, you know, and that will improve and them stats will improve. But the fact that he's already got 6 goals in 21 appearances is ridiculously good. As well, he's got 2 assists on top of that, guys. And he's created 1 big chance. There's a stat that basically says how many big chances players have created, and he's created 1 of them, so he's basically put it on a plate for another player, you know. If the zoom's going in and out, I apologise, guys. I've just noticed that the camera's kind of going like that. I've got a new phone and I'm doing it on that, and it's all a bit new for me, you know what I mean? So bear with me on that one. I hope it isn't too annoying. Since he's been in the Premier League as well for Liverpool, he has 51 shots, and 22 of those shots are on target, which, you know, that's 50% of his shots that he's had are on target. If you remember that when Luis Suarez first came into Liverpool, his shots, he had tons of shots, didn't he, before actually scoring goals and that. And then look what happened with him, how he come on. I'm not trying to say that Salah's going to go on to do massive things like Suarez did. Obviously, Suarez proved himself, and he was a quality player even when he signed. But what we are seeing with Salah is that he is being clinical to a certain degree, even though he's getting a lot of, I don't know, a lot of criticism with his clinicalness. But actually, if you look at his stats, he hasn't been too bad. And this is just in the Premier League, guys, these stats as well, by the way. If you put it this way, his shooting accuracy is 43% in the Premier League, which it's not too shabby. He's not a striker, he's a winger, and that's what people have got to bear in mind. He's not often in the positions where he's in the middle of the goal, if you know what I mean. In the middle of the sticks, one-on-one with the keeper. He's often cutting in from the side, or where we've seen him actually play a lot at the moment where he's getting a bit of joy, he's kind of coming across from that right flank, and he's on the edge of the area towards actually to the left side of the box. So his movement is really, really quality, and that's what I wanted to highlight. Was one of the reasons I think that he's an amazing player is the way he moves around the pitch and the cleverness of him. I think we've got a lot more to still come from Salah, because it's not just about his finishing, it's not just about his assists or anything like that. If you actually do watch how he plays, he is a constant threat when we play against teams, and he is one of them players that scares the living hell out of other defenders as well. So these are just the stats that I wanted to go over, but on the other hand, obviously, like I say, there's a lot more to his game than just stats, guys, and that's what you've got to bear in mind with this. He's hit woodwork once in the Premier League, guys, as well, out of them shots. Big chances missed, 9, which obviously that's not too clever. In 21 appearances, he's missed big chances, 9 of them. So again, a big chance missed is probably like where he's one-on-one with a keeper, or he's in a situation where really he should be scoring. But at the moment, it's still his bedding in period, and the fact that he's converting the way he is, for me, is just showing how good he actually is and how clinical he actually is. Because for a lot of players, I mean, you look, for instance, I know we don't want to like jump all over players and stuff, but Alex Chamberlain, he's not featuring nowhere near as much as what Salah is, but people are jumping on him saying, oh yeah, I expected more from him already and that. But they're in a bedding in period where you can't really jump on top of players for a while. I at least want to see 6 months of a player where they're in and around the starting 11 a hell of a lot. Chamberlain's not featuring, whereas Salah he's on the starting 11 sheet every time, and without fail, he's one of the first names on the sheet, which just shows as well how highly Klopp rates him, you know, especially at the moment with Sadio Mane being out injured. We would really miss Mane being out, but we've got Salah in the team. And I did say on one of my videos that I think if we would have sold Philippe Coutinho in the last transfer window, that I would be looking at this in a little bit different of a light. Like, not the Mohamed Salah situation, but missing Mane, if you know what I mean. I kind of feel like that, for me, if Coutinho wasn't in the team as well, then we'd be going, oh no, like, we're in a bit of trouble here, you know what I mean? Like, it's only really Salah that's doing anything, you know what I mean? So, for me, having Salah and Coutinho in the team, we're still firing on all cylinders as such. I mean, I know we've had the dip in form, and the goals weren't coming until Maribor, and I know it was Maribor, and we should be banging in goals against him, but like I said in my build-up show for Liverpool versus Spurs on Sunday, if you haven't watched that, by the way, go over and check that out on the channel. I'll go into the key talking points for that game. But, yeah, for me, it's obviously having those two players on the wings for Liverpool at the moment is looking really dangerous. We was threatening to score loads of goals in all the games, but it just wasn't happening. And then Maribor, it was like the floodgates just open. And I'm kind of hoping that we take that into Spurs. Well, I am hoping we take that into the Spurs game. It'd be really good to see Salah and Coutinho and Firmino, because I think that would be our front three. See how they can pick off Tottenham, because we all know that Spurs have got a really good defence. So I am looking forward to seeing the key battles there for, with Salah and that down that flank. To me, I don't think that they're going to cause Salah a problem, even though they're a good defence. From what I see of Salah so far, his movement is fantastic. His pace is just terrifying for defenders, and he's proven that he can score goals, you know. So I literally do think that he is going to be a key player for Liverpool for a long time. I don't think Salah's the sort of player. I think Liverpool have got him for his prime now, guys. That's the main thing, and why I wanted to do this video as well, is because I think we've got a fantastic player, and I think that a player like Salah, he's very humble, and I can't see him wanting to move on to Barcelona or Real Madrid or whatever. And some of you guys out there, some of the critics of Salah might turn around and say, well, they'd never be interested in him. I don't know, guys. I don't want to laugh at you, but on a serious note, Salah he's borderline world class for me already. I wouldn't go as far as saying he is world class yet, but he is really proving why Liverpool spent that money on him. And to be honest with you, 34 million for a player of his quality and with the stats that he's already provided for Liverpool, that is a bloody bargain, guys. And I really do love the fact that we've signed him. You know, a lot of people were critical of that signing, but I'm over the moon, as you can probably tell, guys. So anyway, going into a few more of the stats for him in the Premier League, this is. He's had 28 crosses in it, which a lot of people don't really talk about his crosses or anything. But for Egypt, he takes their corners, he takes their free kicks, he crosses it in a lot. He looks a constant threat with the accuracy on his crosses in the pass that he actually does have. His ability with his left foot is fantastic. And we've seen for Liverpool now, I was going to bring this up, but I think we are seeing now that Salah's starting to be used for corners. He's starting to be used for free kicks, you know, like in certain areas. And I think that we need to keep doing that because Liverpool have got Philippe Coutinho that obviously can bang him in with his right foot. He's fantastic with his delivery on his right foot, but it's always good to have that balance in the team. And what Salah gives you is that balance because I think he's up there with his ability to cross the ball. They're really dangerous. So the fact that he's had 28 crosses already in the league, I think we're going to see a lot more assists coming out of Salah so far. So I've just seen a comment come up there from Gavin Plum saying Salah and the Egyptian Risa. Yeah, mate, like what a player Risa was as well. Like fantastic. Like sorry lads, I saw it pop up because it does come up for me there, but obviously I've been mid-flow, I haven't been able to read them. He's had 1 yellow card in the Premier League as well this term since he's been at us, so that's not too bad considering how he is quite aggressive with his play. He's very good at that press that we do, and it's one of the reasons I think Klopp wanted him was because his defensive side of his game is actually quite good as well. He tracks back and he does win the ball back in high up areas, which is something that we all know Klopp really likes to do. So I've been very happy with what I've seen from him with the way he hunts the ball as well. He's had 10 fouls basically in that time as well. So only 1 yellow card, so it shows that his fouls aren't really anything too major. But like I say, he's very aggressive in the way he does try and win the ball back, which is typical Liverpool under Jurgen Klopp, isn't it? Which is something that we all like to see. And he just fits the mould of Liverpool at the moment perfectly. Offside 9 times in the Premier League. Obviously, like I said, he's had 21 appearances, and the fact that he's only had 9 offsides with someone of his sheer pace, that's actually quite a low stat, if you know what I mean, because for me, it's very easy for a player being that quick to be offside. I used to play as a striker myself, and I wasn't nowhere near as quick as Salah, if you know what I mean, but I was quite fast, and it is very hard when you're trying to read that back line and time your run, and this comes into the factor that his movement is something that not a lot of people are talking about, but I really do rate his movement, and it's why I think that we've got even more goals and assists to come from him because his movement's fantastic, and it just proves 9 offsides, guys. Like I say, with that pace, that's incredibly low of a stat. Like I say, we paid 34 million for Mohamed Salah, right? And he's only 25 years old, so we have got his prime yet to come. And like I say, if you look at the title from flop to the top, everyone was saying at Chelsea he was complete and utter flop. He didn't get his chance at Chelsea at all, you know. And too often a player's labelled a Chelsea flop and then go on to do amazing. For me, the best midfielder in the Premier League at the moment is Kevin De Bruyne, which I think a lot of you guys will agree with that. I know he's Man City, but I really do rate him as a player. And is he a Chelsea flop? They did say so, didn't they? Lukaku gone on to Man United. We don't like the scum, do we, guys? But Lukaku's gone on to Man United and he's going to bang in goals for him, and let's face it, is he a Chelsea flop? You know, he went to Everton, he was banging in goals there. So, again, this Chelsea flop scenario and the way people tag people with it needs to stop, in my opinion, because what Chelsea do is buy high-priced players out there. They try and get the best. They never train anyone up and try and improve them. They just buy names, and if it's not quite working, they kick them out the door. And then other teams benefit from that, in my opinion, because Liverpool have benefited from that in the past. You just got to look, Daniel Sturridge. I know I've done videos recently on this channel where I've said that Daniel Sturridge's time at Liverpool is probably up, but it's only because of his injury worries. If he was fully fit and firing, Daniel Sturridge is one of the best strikers in the league. We all know that, guys, and I do agree with you lads on that one. And again, Chelsea flop. He was a winger at Chelsea, come to Liverpool, banging them in, you know. So I definitely do think that this Chelsea flop thing's just got to be scrapped. And to be honest with you, I think it's probably Chelsea and Man United fans that really say that, you know. It just makes me laugh when I hear that. So one of the main reasons as well I wanted to do this video today, guys, is because Mohamed Salah got player of the week again in the Champions League. I mean, he's absolutely destroying it, guys, isn't he? Let's face it, like, I've gone over the Premier League stats for him, but his Champions League stats are fantastic as well. I didn't write them down because I didn't want to just fill the whole video with stats, which half of it has been anyway. You know I like my stats, guys. But I know some of you guys really like the stats as well on this channel. But yeah, he's got that player of the week again in the Champions League. I mean, for you FIFA fans, that one to watch card is a massive investment. I haven't looked at the price of it recently, by the way, for you FIFA fans, but I think anyone that missed out on a chance to get his one to watch card is silly, because I should have got it and I haven't got it yet, but I really am going to be looking at doing that. But anyway, let's get back to the real stuff. I definitely do think, see you later, Radiated, mate. I've just seen you said I've got to go, mate. So, yeah, totally. Thank you very much for joining the stream this morning. Yeah, it's one of them things that he's destroying the Champions League, and I don't know how much more he's got to do to get the recognition that he needs and he deserves. I mean, we're starting to see a change in people's opinions. Like I say, the pundits, they are starting to say what a player he is. Michael Owen, as much as a drip that bloke is, you know what I mean? Like, he is coming out and saying that Mo Salah's surprised him and he really highly rates him now and stuff, which, I'm not being funny, but most things will probably surprise Michael Owen. Like, it's just the way it is, you know. And, yeah, it is funny as well, because if you look at the team of the week, Liverpool have got, I think it's like 4 players in the team of the week. I might be wrong with that one, because I haven't written that down, but I did see that we had a few players in there, and Naby Keita featured in it as well. He's obviously in the team of the week. So, yeah, it just shows that Liverpool are progressing, and there was a lot of talk a little while ago, because of the dip of form, everyone was starting to jump on the Klopp out bandwagon, weren't they? And I mean, this video is mainly about Mohamed Salah, but are you guys that were saying about Klopp out, are you starting to see the progression now? Because for me, I do think that we're starting to look more solid defensively. We're defending as a unit. Salah is a major signing that a lot of people were saying, oh, he's not going to do anything. I don't know why we wasted money on him when we needed a centre-back. I think he's starting to show why we wasted money on buying him instead of buying a centre-back. Of course, we need to get the centre-backs in, guys. But on a serious note, if another team... Hi, Ferno, how you doing, mate? I've just seen that pop up. Gavin says as well, Liverpool made Torres, Chelsea destroyed him. Yeah, exactly, mate. I think we sold Torres at the right time, to be honest with you. Like, we had the best out of him, didn't we? But, yeah, I know it's key that Liverpool get another centre-back at least in January, and we could have done with it in the last transfer window. But what we are seeing is that a switch in tactics, and that is really making us look better defensively. We haven't really been tested over the last couple of weeks, but it is one of them things that a lot of people are kind of saying Liverpool's defence is shocking, their attack is not clinical enough, which we've done that. We've discussed this on the channel, haven't we, guys? Yes, the defensive side of the game was poor. When we had that poor run of form, which we're not fully out of it yet, I want to see us beat Spurs on the weekend to say, okay, it looks like we're coming out the other side. But with Salah, the way he's playing, we've kept Coutinho, the way he can play. We've got Mane to come back. We've got Adam Lallana to come back into the fray, which he's going to add to that creative flair that we've got. Obviously, defensively, we've got Nathaniel Klein to come back in. Robertson, that we signed for left-back, he's not even featuring for Liverpool because of how good Moreno's playing lately. So there's a lot of positives around Liverpool at the moment. And I just wanted to say to you guys, I hope that you're seeing that as well, because I know that there was a lot of negativity starting to surround Liverpool Football Club, and it was quite upsetting to read all your comments and that. And this video is mainly about Mohamed Salah, but I just wanted to say as well, it's not just Salah that is impressing me at the moment. As a whole, Liverpool are impressing me. I know that we're not doing the best as what we deserve to see as fans, but I think it will come, guys. So I want to know what your guys' views are on Mohamed Salah anyway. Obviously, I've spoke a lot about Salah in this video, and it is the main topic for this one. It is a live stream, and I'm starting to do these a bit more, if you know what I mean now. See how it goes on the channel. See if you guys like it. Once the video is fully processed, leave a comment on the video, guys. Make sure to leave a thumbs up for me if you can as well. Obviously, I've missed some of your guys' comments in this one, but it's really hard for me to try and do it because I'm doing it on my phone. I'm not in front of the computer like I normally do my live streams. But yeah, if you haven't subscribed to the channel already and you're watching this back, subscribe to the channel. I'm doing daily videos. We stream a lot, and it's going to be even more so. But predominantly every week, my streams will be Friday night, 10 o'clock on a Friday. That's when you can see me for definite stream. And coming up, because it's Halloween, I'm going to be doing a Halloween special on the channel where I'm going to be going to the most haunted village closest to me, if you know what I mean. Yeah, I don't know whether it'll be a live stream because it depends on signal and stuff like that. But if I could do a live stream, then that would be wicked. If you want to see me get absolutely scared, I don't want to say the word, but crapless, if you know what I mean, like while doing a live stream, then make sure to tune in for that one, guys. So yeah, that would be next Friday. So hopefully I can do a live stream, but if not, you will get a video out of us as well. So Thank you for joining me as always, guys. I've been on the bench LFC. I hope you all have a wicked day, and I will speak to you later. Stay tuned though, guys, because you'll probably see another video out of me, because no doubt there'll be something else to talk about as the day goes on. So, speak to you soon, lads.